Yes, hello and welcome back to a revival of an old series from this channel. Unfortunately, as I've already said in my white playthrough, I've lost a lot of my original Pokemon Crystal Clear stuff, so I had to start completely from scratch. And what better way to start from scratch than with a shiny hunt? That's right, I hunted out that shiny Vulpix that you saw. One of the reasons why it took so long is because that shiny Vulpix took quite a while, although quick by some shiny standards. So, without further ado, let's get on with our adventure. So you start off in Pokemon Crystal Clear. I decided to pick Johto for this playthrough. I think I also picked Johto last time, but I chose a different starter. I believe last time I chose Houndour. I will always admit to having a weakness to Vulpix though. She is just the cutest, and unfortunately, because of how shinies are determined in Gen 2, I don't know if it's actually possible to even get a shiny female Vulpix, but I have a shiny male Vulpix, which I'm not going to be a stickler about gender. So, let's get on with our adventure. Oh, I need to mess about with my settings. That's nice, Professor Elm. Well, I need to have a look at my settings real quick. Yep, there we go. Text speed, fast. Wait, is non-instant, do you think? I think fast just looks nicer anyway. Okay. Yes, sound on stereo, please. Press B to save. Okay. I am not in my usual recording setup today. Likelihood is the first few episodes of this won't be in my usual recording setup because I'm otherwise indisposed. I'm a little bit homesick despite only being away from home for about 24 hours, but nevertheless, let's get on with this journey and hopefully we'll get lost into a completely separate world. So here he is, not she, here he is in all of his glory. Oh, Rattata didn't make a noise. Oh, it's because I've got one headphone off, that's why Rattata didn't make a noise, I just changed it to stereo. But yeah, here he is in all of his glory. Cukon. So he starts off with Ember and Tail Whip, which are normal moves for Vulpix, along with also Feint Attack and Hypnosis. These two moves are egg moves that Vulpix can normally learn. So what Pokemon Crystal Clear did, I don't remember if I spoke about this last time, but for some of the other Pokemon that weren't generic starters, they gave them egg moves. But for now, let's just stick around with our regular same type attack bonus attacks, which is Ember, and therefore it has a 50% power boost because we are also a fire type. Surprised that I didn't get a one-shot there though. So once again, an Ember. Now as you saw, our HP stat is terrible. I'll bring it back up again. But yeah, our HP stat is just abysmally low. I've got my cursor off on screen, but as you can see, my HP is 0. For its DV in Generation 2, determinate value. Unfortunately, that really can't be helped. It's Generation 2, just about everything is based on DVs, sorry. Old habits die hard. I've only ever known them as IVs until I went into Gen 2, or delved more deeply into Gen 2. But otherwise, aside from the HP, everything else across the board is not bad. 10 defense, 10 special, 10 speed, 14 attack. Unfortunately, physical attack is not a stat that we're going to be using a lot of with a Vulpix, so it's a shame that it's so high. But either way, we have a pretty decent enough Vulpix. Sadly, it doesn't have much HP. As you can see, 18 maximum HP, which generally a starter Pokemon have around 20 max HP at level 1. Ooh, no cut tree, nice. So that's a bit of a shame, but I can live with that. Aha, Pidgey. Ah, it's a female Pidgey as well. This is good, okay. So I'm going to Ember this Pidgey. Ooh. Now then. I'm pretty sure a Feint Attack will KO, and I'm pretty sure an Ember will KO, so let's put it to sleep. And hope I've got Pokeballs, because if I don't, then this would just have been... Oh, there they are. Good. So, I've gone on record multiple times. Pidgey is absolutely one of my most favourite Pokemon. Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot. Probably my favourite evolution line. It's not amazing, it's not overpowered, it's not super strong, but I just love Pidgey. And as always, Pidgey gets named after a Pidgeot that carried me through Lorelei's, not gym, but through Lorelei's battle in a Nuzlocke. He shouldn't have won, or she shouldn't have won. There was no way in heck she could have, and yet she did. So, she gets named after every single time. And I always attempt to catch a female Pidgey rather than a male, for that fact and that fact alone. Yeah. Good thing about Pidgey is I believe it's in the field egg group as well, which is the same egg group as my Vulpix, which means I can actually breed the two of them together in order to get increased shiny odds for a Pidgey. I'm not so... Ooh. Interesting soundtrack there. I haven't played this game in 6 months, so you can be sure that I've forgotten just about everything different about it. Or is it a different soundtrack, or am I just... Okay, it's not a different soundtrack, I'm just not used to listening to it with only one headphone on. But, if you're using headphones, and the stereo-capable headphones, it should come through my recording software onto YouTube. My Black Series ones did. Just try putting your left headphone on. In fact, I'm going to see what it sounds like with the right on as well. See, that sounds a bit more typical with just the right on. But with just the left on, it sounds like a completely different track. I don't know if it's just because I'm not super experienced with Generation 2. Aside from Gen 4, Gen 2 is probably my least played generation. But yeah. It's really interesting. I wonder how many more differences like that I'm going to stumble across. Yes, I am indeed a rookie trainer. Kind of. Sure, why not? Teach me a few things, old man. Doobie-doobie-doo. This is the classic. This is the Pokemon Center. They heal your Pokemon in no time at all. You'll be relying on them a lot, so you better learn about them. We all know that. Moving on. This is a Pokemon Mart. They sell balls for catching wild Pokemon and other useful items. Route 30, yep. This is the sea, even though it's just a small lake. Not even a large lake, it's just a small lake. Here, it's his house, thank you for your company. Oh really, you didn't get a map card from that? Do I already have a map card? Maybe. Yes I do already have a map card. And a radio card. Interesting. I already start with bills as well. Pokemon League. Oh that's right, the Pokemon League call you after every gym that you beat, don't they? Okay. So then, yeah, this should be the ideal place to train these guys up, because this should be a lot of bug type Pokemon. At the moment, I'm not doing the catch-em-all thing. I will be eventually. It's just, for the time being, I have limited Pokeballs and money. So, I won't be able to catch everything on every route, because there's a lot of routes before you get a decent amount of money in this game. At least in the original. As for the ROM hack version of it, I can't say for sure, I suppose. I don't honestly remember. But, yeah. And hey, if anyone has watched my previous failed series of this, and also this one, you can rest assured that my issues happening on the last one will not happen on this one. There should be no desync, no stopping every 10 minutes to reset the recording up. Absolutely nothing. All very good. So yeah, I am going to grind just a little bit, not much, just a little bit off cam, and I will see you very soon.